In 1944, the U.S. Army deployed a force multiplier that didn't exist in any textbook. Input: 1,100 men. Target: imitate the physical presence of 30,000 soldiers. The force multiplier ratio is 1 to 27. How? Instead of 40 tons of hardened steel, they used 38 kilograms of vulcanized rubber. Instead of a radial engine, they used a 500-watt audio system with a range of 24 kilometers. This is the story of the 23rd Headquarters Special Troops. Their weapons were pneumatics, acoustics, and radio spoofing. A perfectly engineered lie. To understand the mechanism, we start with the personnel. The Army didn't recruit infantry. They took artists. Recruiters went to art schools in New York and Philadelphia. Why? Because the objective was not destruction, but manipulation. The battlefield was not the ground, but the retina of the German scout. Luftwaffe pilots flew at 10,000 feet. From that distance, you don't see details, you look for patterns. Artists knew physics. A real tank casts a hard shadow. Canvas casts a soft one. To fool the camera, you don't need reality. You need a caricature of reality. To solve the equation of deception, the 23rd had to rewrite the laws of physics. Take the M for Sherman. In reality, 40 tons of hardened steel. The solution: a variant weighing only 38 kilograms. Made of vulcanized rubber, inflated to just 0.3 atmospheres. Weight is a logistical weapon. A real company needs 12 trucks to move 12 tanks. The Ghost Army fit those same 12 tanks into a single GMC truck. But shape isn't enough. German cameras looked for heat. Rubber is cold. Engineers placed heaters inside. On IR scans, the air glowed like an engine. The ground problem: 40 tons chew up the earth. Rubber floats over it. Solution: a bulldozer with a matrix-carved perfect 58-centimeter tracks. While eyes were fooled by rubber, ears were assaulted by physics. Sonic warfare in 1944. 500-pound speakers. 10 kilowatts of power. Pressure: 120 decibels. Frequency: 80 to 400 hertz. The spectral footprint of heavy diesel. They projected the sound of a phantom column for 24 kilometers. System bug: amplifiers overheated. Engineers turned this into a feature. Tactical silence. Simulating halts cooled the gear and sold the illusion. German intelligence operated on a triple verification protocol: aerial photography, radio interception, and human intelligence. If one layer failed to match, the deception would collapse. The 23rd had to hack all three inputs simultaneously. Level 1 radio. The operators didn't just send noise. German intelligence knew the unique fist, the typing rhythm, of every specific operator. The Ghost Army operators trained for months, just to copy another man's rhythm on the Morse key. Paradoxically, to sound real, they had to lower the power. A radio that is too loud sounds fake. A signal fading in and out with static. That sounds like the reality of war. Level 2, logistics. The HQ generated 2,000 fake documents a week. Orders, repair requests. Requests for 5,000 gallons of fuel, for vehicles that consume zero, creating a bureaucratic footprint of a ghost. Level 3, human intel. Soldiers in cafes. They were ordered to play a role. We're moving east. My commander is an idiot. It was a theater where bad acting was punished by artillery fire. The goal? Hack the OODA loop. The average latency of the Wehrmacht reaction was 42 hours. The Ghost Army exploited this lag. They weaponized time itself. Theory sounds nice, but how did it work under fire? August 1944. Urban siege. Close quarters. No room for error. You couldn't just park a decoy in a field, so they hid the tanks behind dense hedges. The trick? Show only the turret. Germans saw the silhouette of the Super 6th Armored Brigade. One soldier recalled, "From afar, it's 30 tons of steel. Up close, 38 kilos of rubber with a patch." The effect was instant. The garrison panicked and regrouped, exposing their real weak points. Enemy artillery pounded empty bushes, while real assault teams flanked them from the rear. The most dangerous moment. Betemborg, September 44. a 10-kilometer gap in the front. The order was suicidal: plug the gap, using artists. 7 nights in a row, they slept in foxholes just 200 meters from the enemy. Between them and the real tigers was only a layer of rubberized cloth. To create mass, they drove 2 trucks in circles all night, an illusion of an infinite column. On the second lap, soldiers swapped helmets for caps. Sound engineers cranked 10 kilowatts to the max. Intercepts confirmed. The Germans estimated a reinforced brigade and went into defense. 1,100 artists stopped a Wehrmacht division for a week. Not a single shot. It was a triumph of nerves over steel. March 1945. Operation Viersen. The final obstacle remains the Rhine River. A task of industrial scale. Simulate a crossing of 2 entire divisions. 30,000 men. 400 inflatable units were deployed in just 6 hours. It was an assembly line of deception. Double agents leaked the lies. The radio waves exploded with fake orders. Sonic units blasted synchronously along a 10-mile front. A wall of sound. The Germans bought it totally. On D-Day, their artillery unleashed a firestorm on Viersen. At the same time, 80 miles north, the real Ninth Army crossed the Rhine almost unopposed. When Allies cleared Viersen, they found a moon landscape, a field churned by craters. In the center lay deflated scraps of rubber. The Germans wasted 3 divisions' ammo, destroying air. The Ghost Army fulfilled its mission. They traded rubber for the lives of thousands. In the cold calculus of war, the results look like this. Number 1. ROI, 1 to 15. Equipment cost, $2.5 million. Imitation value, $40 million. Number 2. Speed. Real division, 72 hours. Phantom, 28 minutes. Number 3. Efficiency. German intelligence error rate, 600%. 2 facts. The history was classified for 50 years, until 1996. During 21 frontline operations, casualties were near zero. The paradox of survival. 1 conclusion. Soviet Maskirovka hid real force. The Ghost Army projected phantom force. They proved the battlefield is, above all, an information space. And in future wars, the greatest force multiplier is not the caliber of the gun, but human imagination.